Hi, my name is Jeannie, and this is my podcast, Dreams to Reality. And I will be um, reiterating like a previous video that I made just because so that it really just a reminder as to who we really are. And I think I have to remind myself as well because I'm often swayed by external reality or external circumstances. So I'm going to share the screen so that we can look at the page that um here. So I did touch on this on a previous video as well, but this is like I'm just going to reword certain things to make it really like sink in. So this is part of my this is a section in my the new course I'm working on, but it's a course that it's really close to my heart, and it's not done yet, maybe 30% done. I'm still I have written out the outline and stuff like that, but I have to make the meditations and everything. So reality is our mirror, and this is a hard concept to accept, but literally the outside world or external world is a mere projection. We project onto our external reality that which we believe about ourselves, others, and how the world works. So most of the time, when we don't like something and external reality, external circumstances, we don't like it, we are just sitting at the spectator seat. We think that, oh, this is the movie that's playing in my life right now. I'm poor, I don't have a job, or maybe it could not even be that bad. It may be like, um, I'm just struggling with my job, or my job is just not giving me any satisfaction. And we forget that we are the ones creating this. We are not the spectator. Our real reality is that we are the projectionist behind the projector. Like when you go into the projector room, you are the projectionist. You can literally pick and choose the type of movie you want to play out in your own life. But because most of the time we pick something that the trauma and the drama, we pick out a movie that we force ourselves to watch over and over and over and over again, not realizing that we have the power to choose. And but most of the time, the reason why we're at the spectator seat is because of dogma as well. As human beings, we've been conditioned to believe that the external reality is fixed. We can't change anything. Um, Especially ultra religious people, they believe that there's really nothing you can do. You can't change anything. You're dealt. This is the hand you've been dealt, and there's no way around it. So we are led to believe that we are passive, like especially, you know, as children too, we are led to believe that, you have to think this certain way, you have to believe this certain way, and if you're watching this, you probably didn't have a good childhood, or you probably did, or you probably had an average childhood, but we were programmed to some degree to believe in certain limitations, and especially, let's say, generational poverty. And lucky for you if it's like generational wealth that's being passed down from generation to generation. But most of the time we are like in that poverty, work hard, um, work hard mindset, and it's not really our fault because we are not aware that we literally have the power to choose the type of film that we want to play out. And so when we don't like something in our external reality, and I have to remind myself this over and over again because I am human, and sometimes I do turn into a spectator and I become powerless, forgetting my true identity, which is I'm the person behind the projection or projector. This is my projection. This is not me. The real me is the person behind the projector room. And this is just, when you're not aware, when you are just passive, when you're just watching instead of actively seeking out to change the picture of your own life. And unfortunately, a lot of us will never get up from this seat. We will never get out from this seat. I did years ago, but it's still hard because it is a responsibility. It means that when you surrender this role of being a spectator, it means that you are essentially what you call that, giving up your identity. Sorry about that. You're essentially giving up your identity as this, like, you have to give up your identity that you're passive, that you can't do anything about your life, that you're not responsible for everything that happens here. And sometimes we want to keep this identity that we're just clueless, we're powerless, and we just have to accept. And it takes courage to get up because this is comfortable. You're just sitting down, right? I mean, even if you're not really comfortable, but this is still more comfortable than getting up and out of the seat and going to the back, because it means that when you're the projectionist, you really have to think about what you really want to project. And it means that you're taking responsibility for everything that happens to you, which is hard. And when I started in my journey, my spiritual journey, I didn't want to give up this one. I was so addicted to just being passive and just watching. Even if it was a horror movie, even if I was suffering, this was still much better than actually realizing and accepting responsibility that I was the one creating that, because it can be painful, when you realize, like, oh, really? I'm responsible for that? Especially when it's bad. And sometimes too, that lack of awareness. And there's also the topic of karma, which is really, like, very profound and deep as well. It's basically like you are also just riding the energy or the wave of previous lifetimes as well, and also not realizing that you can also change the picture at any time. But because you're also like a victim to your karma, you can't change anything. And so therefore, you can't really change the external picture of your life. So it takes a lot of responsibility to pick and choose the type of movie you want to play out. And it's not very comfortable as well, but it is empowering. And the movie of our lives can literally be changed, but we have to identify as the one choosing the film role rather than the one who is just passively watching the film. And there really are endless possibilities of what type of movies we project into the screen of our lives. But we have to make the conscious decision. I think I misspelled the decision there. It's a good thing I'm finding decision. Yeah, decision. No, I don't know how to spell. So we have to make the conscious decision to choose the type of movie we want to project into our own reality. So being a director, writer, screenwriter, actor in the movie of our lives, it's hard work. But it's who we are. It's our identity. And if we don't embrace our identity, we'll just be passively suffering, and we'll just be constantly like looking at external circumstances and just like complaining, like, why hasn't the picture changed yet? The picture hasn't changed yet because you didn't change the movie. You didn't write a better script. You didn't change the film role. You actually gave up your role as the director and the projectionist, and you decided to be a spectator. And being a spectator, although it's comfortable, it's like when you're suffering, you need to at one point get up and make that decision to really, really take reign and take hold of your life. Hopefully this has been empowering for you. I will make more videos like this one. I like videos like this one. And let me see, let's stop sharing. And thank you very much for watching. And I will be making more videos like this because it reminds me as well as to who my identity is. Thank you very much.